something on the weekends. I may go to the gym and just shoot. That's
good.
You know, just to get the blood flowing, and or every now and then I do some stuff with Scott over at the school with kids. Younger kids.
Because that's where you met my mother.
Yeah, doing this camp. Yeah, so
awesome.
And I've been knowing Scott, man, for 8-9 years now.
Now what? I kind of met him briefly, but what is his background?
He went to the University of Florida. He played ball at Florida.
Okay.
He's younger than I am. His dad was a big time coach here in Naples at Lely for 20 or 30 some years.
Oh, wow.
So his name is known here in Naples, the area here. He coached at Lady for all that time. And Scott's been over at FBA for, Scott's probably been over there about 15 years or more.
Wow.
Coaching.
Yeah, that's awesome. My buddy actually probably knows it. My buddy I graduated with this year was on the FBA basketball and track. Well, he didn't do. Let me think. Not track. He would do high jump.
Okay.
Field activities.
Yeah.
Anyways, but was probably training under him.
Who was it?
Josh Paul. Do you know him?
Oh yeah, I know Josh. Yeah. No,
I totally had a feeling that there would be a connection somewhere. Yeah, John Paul. I mean,
I call him Joshy.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, Josh is a great kid, man.
Yeah,
great
he is,
dude.
Yeah, I went to school with him all the way through high school.
Okay,
so
yeah.
That's awesome,
oh my
man.
God, yeah, I know Josh.
Yeah, Josh, Caleb, and then
Caleb. Okay.
So his dad was my. So the way my school curriculum worked is we meet one day a week, essentially get all our assignments, and then go home and do them. Right. So when you come together for that meeting day, it's like called community day, whatever, and you've got a teacher essentially.
Yes.
So that was his dad.
Okay,
for me,
I know that.
For my last year of high school, so he was.
Oh, great!
Yeah, so we were able to kind of get close and.
Oh,
but
man,
that's
Josh,
small world, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not surprising at all. Very cool.
And and I take Josh as an example. He wasn't one of those outstanding kids at basketball, but he worked hard.
Yeah,
and
totally.
that made up for the stuff he didn't have.
Yeah.
And see, for coaches, they like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
This kid he worked hard. He didn't complain about nothing. He worked.
Yeah.
And I could see because he played his junior and his senior year. Actually, I'm not sure if he was out his sophomore year, but you could see the difference in how he had improved from that one year to the next. And I got to really be really fond of him, man. Really nice guy.
Yeah.
Very polite.
Funny dude.
Yeah.
I like
him. I know Josh. Great dude, man. And I knew his dad. I didn't know his dad personally.
Yeah.
But I knew him.
Yeah.
And I always cordial, speak to him when I saw him. And I always we've been passing anyways. A lot of times I saw his dad. No, Josh. Okay, so is he going to school right now?
Mm-hmm. He went to see, because I didn't go to college. I'm totally blanking on all this.
Nothing wrong with that.
College stuff. I think he went to
for football.
Trevecca.
Right? For football?
I don't know.
Okay.
In Ohio somewhere.
Okay.
Some college in Ohio.
Gotcha.
I believe. So.
But yeah, no Josh. But yeah, I've been knowing Scott. I've been helping him with his camps for years too. So they do camps over at the school, and then in the month of July they go up to North Collier for like 3 or 4 weeks. So I've been doing that stuff for years with him.
Awesome.
It's it's fun, like I said, it's fun for me too. To continue to be able to do stuff like that.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, like I was saying, just things that are keeping that giving back, and everything. So that's great. Okay. What changes have you seen in the game since your playing days, and do you think that they're positive or negative?
Oh, wow.
Another one is kind of
how much time you got?
Yeah, right?
No. There's been many changes. From my time to now, it's the game is I'm gonna say faster.
Yeah.
I would probably even go as far as to say the guys are bigger, height-wise. Probably more athletic.
Wow.
And from the sense of the game changing, it went from being basketball, so to speak, to entertainment now. It's more entertainment because they changed the rules 10, 15, 20 years ago to try to increase scoring.
Right.
So they changed all the way you could guard people and all that.
Right.
And you know, I see a lot of these different things on YouTube about the pros and cons of the game nowadays and what it's like different. And but it's different in the sense that it's more suited to be entertainment nowadays.
Right.
They have improved in the sense that it's a more global game.
Mm-hmm.
The league has done that, so I was because now you have basketball played everywhere.
Yeah.
And, you know, globally from an NBA standpoint, that was one of the things that they was trying to do early on, and it's got to that point.
Yeah.
Rules change to speed the game up.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like I said, guys are more athletic. The one thing I will say that I think there was a stretch where guys weren't as skilled during this whole process when they were trying to rearrange the game itself. Mm-hmm. They weren't as skilled, and I say that because you had a lot of younger guys coming out of school into the pros with probably staying in college for 1 year.
Right.
Some of them, majority of them, to me, they weren't skilled like they were back in my time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the game was slower, but skill level wise back then, there was no other sport I would say that had skill, just from a skill standpoint. It's different now because, you know, guys run faster, they jump higher and all that.
Right.
But again, like I said, they changed the rules to try to speed the game up, change it from what it was. I guess my biggest difference with that whole thing is I still don't think, I'm not going to say all of them, but the skill level is not at that level, I don't think, now like as it was then. Mm-hmm. All the other stuff, you got Steph that making the game look so easy, shooting 35, 40-foot jump shots. That's a skill because too many people can do that. But I guess I'm talking about it from an overall standpoint, from a skill level.
Yeah.
Because if you watch this guy work out, you see why he does what he do.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of emphasis has been put on the skills, but just the speed of the game is faster.
Yeah.
Guys are bigger. Pros and cons about it, I wouldn't say because this is a different time.
Right.
You know, it's hard to say what back in my time is good or bad compared to now. It's just totally, the game itself is totally different on how it's played, how it's officiated, how it's coached, all of it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's and it is fun to watch, but and you get the young kids see all this, and they don't really understand how much work goes into what you see.
Yeah. I
always tell guys, what you're watching, that's a finished product.
Yeah.
You can't go in the gym at 13 and try to do that stuff and ain't gonna be successful at it. You got to put the time in, and see nowadays kids don't want to do that.
Yeah,
they want that instant success or instant gratification.
Yep.
Without the work.
Right.
So now you have to deal with that a lot. That's probably the biggest con to it.
Yeah.
Because kids see this and then it's, I can do this. No, you can't.
Yeah.
You got to go work on it. because they make it look so easy.
Yeah.
I understand it. It's not.
Yeah.
These guys put hours and hours into that.
Yeah.
Even now, I mean, they have to, because you're starting to get kids that are even younger that are more talented. So
right.
A guy that's 28, he's still got that work, because you got a 23-year-old kid coming in, just as good as you are. So
right.
But the con of it, to see what these guys do, and they think it's easy. You go out there, so now you're having to, when you see these guys in camps and stuff, and what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing something. No, you can't do that. You don't know how to do it. Well, I saw so-and-so do it. I said, you guys watching a finished product right there. When you watch any NBA player, their highlights, whatever, you're watching a finished product of what they've put together what they put together.
Wow.
And it's not easy. It's work. If it's too easy, they wouldn't be doing it. I know the work you have to put into it.
Yeah.
And it's even more so now, because they've got so many different gadgets and so many different things to improve your speed, your jumping ability, all this stuff nowadays. Where back then we didn't have that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But now everything's through the roof with technology. Even from probably any type of professional, but basketball it's so high tech now. It's just crazy the stuff that teams and individuals do on their own. So
What kind of stuff are we talking about? Medical? Are we talking about like steroid type?
No. Just for say, like, I take LeBron. This dude, he has his own. What's the thing? The cold tank thing.
Oh yeah, like cold plunge.
All this stuff.
Tank.
See, I can't think of the other thing they use, but he has all this stuff. He has, from my understanding, this guy spends like $1 million just on keeping his body in tune.
Yeah.
And that's from doing stuff like that, after workouts, the recovery stuff, the strengthening stuff.
So you're just talking about like general,
not any type of
whether it be
not any type of steroid type thing, but just,
biohacking is
all this
something
stuff,
like that.
This kind of stuff. They doing all this stuff to keep their bodies. The money that some of them spend on their bodies, it's there too.
I mean, you only got one of them.
Yeah, exactly. So, and back then in my day, stuff wasn't as advanced either.
Right.
For a lot of that stuff, you have these things called Vertimaxes, where you work on your jumping ability, your reflexes, all this type of stuff. It's crazy.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's that idea that I've heard before, that if getting a 6-pack was easy, then everybody would do it.
Yeah.
And there would not be any value in it.
Exactly.
Because everybody would have it. It's easy to sit around all day and eat potato chips.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
But there's no value in that.
Right.
So, I mean, that's
exactly. So it's,
you can't take that away from sports, from life.
Right. Absolutely. So I mean, these guys, they put the work in, man. It's not just in the gym, but the outside the gym. And it's way more advanced nowadays. Because some of the stuff I see and hear about now, it wasn't even thought about back in the mid 80s and early 90s. It wasn't even thought about.
Right.
Keeping your body, to do this for your body. Like, what?
Yeah. Man, that's a very interesting point. I was listening to somebody talk on that the other day, just as far as like dieting, right? Running, the benefits of that. Like just different information that's come out since then.
Yeah.
Since
I mean,
80s, 90s.
They have, some of these guys have trainers and strength and conditioning people that work on certain muscles in their body, how to keep them flexible, how to keep them strong, to keep them having injuries during the season.
Right.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
But it works.
It works.
These guys they're doing it because I want to keep my body in tip top shape.
Yeah.
stuff like that. We didn't think that stuff was nowhere. Like, what? Are you serious?
Man.
It's just so